Going on is Dr. Delatorro. I hope and pray you all are doing wonderfully well on today. Listen, I'm so pumped and excited. I need you guys to come into this broadcast because I am fresh from the Today Show, and I could not be more excited to be with you all than I am right now. And we're going to have a powerful, candid conversation over the next few moments. I hope that you all enjoyed watching the Today Show. It was an incredible, incredible broadcast, and so many powerful things were shared yesterday on the Today Show. It was absolutely incredible. And so I just wanted to jump on here today and share some content with you all that I know is going to bless your life in some really, really significant ways. You know, when you prepare for a segment like that, there's so many amazing things that you prepare for that you don't necessarily get a chance to get into on the actual show. So I just wanted to say hello to you all and thank you so much for following and connecting. Thank you so much for sharing our broadcast with the people that you love and you care about. And please fire off in the comments and let me know that you're there, and let me know if you had a chance to watch the segment and if you enjoyed the segment on the Today Show. The segment was called Motivational Monday. And the specific thing that we were talking about on the Today Show in our Motivational Monday segment was called Stepping into Your Yes. And I want you to type that in the comments for me. It's time for me to step into my yes. Type that in the comments for me. It's time for me to step into my yes. I believe each and every one of us have a yes that we need to step into. And the question that was posed was, why is it that we all have something that we want to step into, some yes that we want to commit to, some next level that we want to go after in our lives? However, we constantly procrastinate or stall when it comes to stepping into our yes. So why do we do that? And so my initial response was, at the end of the day, from now on, I want you to begin to embrace the conversation. Now, let me just start this off by saying, listen, I'm not asking you to say yes to everything in life, right? This is not what this conversation is about. The conversation is about stepping into the yes of a new opportunity, a new chance, a new door, a new avenue, right? And I think so oftentimes new things come into our lives that we want to step into, but we're afraid to step into them. So we give it a no automatically, right? We don't even give it a chance. We just automatically give it a no instead of stepping into the power of stepping into our yes. And so I want to encourage you in this broadcast. We're going to shift you into learning how to step into your yes, because I firmly believe that if you really want to take it to that next level, it's time for you to step into whatever your yes is. Because here's the thing, that's all God in life is asking for, is your yes, right? We say this in the church all the time. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me, right? There's another hymn that we say, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes, right? So I think it's really, really important that we understand that if we want to be used of God in the greatest way possible, family, we've got to be willing to step into our yes. But you got to get clear about what your yes is, right? So I'm not saying yes, say yes to everything. I'm not saying none of that. What I am saying, however, is you got to become intentional about what it means to own what your next opportunity is. And so one of the things that I coined a phrase in, I said, listen, yes now stands for you empower self. Somebody type that in the comments for me. You empower self. Every chance you get to say yes to life, you are empowering self, right? Because think about it. Yes has a positive connotation, but no has a negative connotation. Right? So the more we say no to ourselves, the more we say no to opportunities, the more we say no to chances, the more we say no to new doors, right? We're constantly literally putting ourselves in a low vibrational state, and we are not taking our lives and our goals and our dreams and our visions and our aspirations to the next level. We're stalling them out because we're saying no and we're not stepping into our yes. Does that make sense? And that's one of the things we discussed on the show was you empower self. Now, I want you right now to think of something that life and God is trying to present to you, and you typically have said no to. And I want to ask you a powerful question, because here's the truth, family. Watch this. As soon as that new opportunity comes into your space, the first thing that we tend to do, right, is before you say yes to it, before you even get a chance to say yes to something awesome and amazing, what bumps up? Your comfort zone, right? Your comfort zone is the first thing that gets in the way of you stepping into your next level, because it's new and it's different. And anytime something new or different comes up, my friend, I need you to understand something. Fear is going to enter the conversation. The nanosecond, somebody typed it in the comments for me. Anytime, y'all, I don't want you to be shocked by this. Let's stop being shocked by, scripture says we're not ignorant to the enemy's devices. Let's stop being shocked by what fear does. Let's just quit it. Fear is going to come into your life as soon as you try something new, different, out of the ordinary, unique, something outside of the norm. Fear is going to show its ugly head. And fear is going to constantly cause you to bump right up against your comfort zone before it's going to say, okay, let's go ahead and make this happen. Okay? And so one of the things that I broke down on the show is that you have to understand something powerful, right? As soon as that comfort zone steps up, right? Comfort zone, the two initials for comfort zone is CZ. CZ, comfort zone. Another word, right, that has the same initials as comfort zone is cubic zirconia. Now, cubic zirconia is not a real diamond. It's a fake diamond that looks real. Woo! Right? So watch this. Your comfort zone ain't real, just like cubic zirconia ain't real. But at the end of the day, family, we are constantly being bamboozled by our comfort zone. And Brian Tracy calls your comfort zone the danger zone. Because when you live in your comfort zone and you only go after things that are comfortable to you, and you only go after things that are convenient for you, and you only go after relationships that are nigh to you, you never get a chance to step into your greatness. Write this down and remember this for the rest of your life. You will never discover new oceans until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. I'm going to say that again. You will never discover new oceans until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. My friend, at some point, you've got to be willing to lose sight of the familiar, right? In order to get into the unfamiliar. And here's the truth, y'all. Most people, write this down, prefer known hell rather than unknown heaven. See, the reason why most of us struggle up against our comfort zone is because we prefer to know things. When the brain is introduced to something different and new and it's an unknown, the brain considers the unknown dangerous. Write that down, family. The brain considers the unknown dangerous. Come on, I need 10 of y'all to get with me. Come on, share this broadcast. Come on, y'all, family. Share this broadcast. The brain considers the unknown dangerous. Somebody type that in for me, y'all. Y'all know that I'm big into psychology. You guys know that I'm big into neuroscience. The brain considers the unknown dangerous. Why is that so important for me to understand, Dr. Delatorro? When you understand that the brain considers the unknown dangerous, then what you understand is that anytime something new or different shows up in your life, your brain is going to process that new amazing opportunity as what? Dangerous. Why? It's dangerous because you don't know it. You're not familiar with it. So the brain senses that it's dangerous and it's new and it's unfamiliar, and the brain does what? Tries to talk you out of it. That's your comfort zone talking. And so what happens is the reason why we struggle with stepping into our yes, family, is because at the end of the day, we bump right up against that comfort zone that says, no, stay right here. No, do the ordinary. No, do the average. No, do just enough. And we stay in our circle of sameness. We stay in our same pathology, right? I say this all the time. You can live 100 years or you can live 1 year 100 times. I'm going to say that again. You can live 100 years or you can live 1 year 100 times, stuck in the same way of thinking, stuck in the same way of living, stuck in the same way of dreaming, stuck in the same way of procrastinating, stuck in the same way of self-sabotage. I know y'all can think of 10 people right now who need this broadcast. Share this broadcast with somebody that you know and you care about. If we want to take it to the next level, my friend, you got to understand something powerful and profound. If you don't have this book, you better go grab this book right now. Get it everywhere books are sold. Go to Amazon, grab it right now. Go grab it on Audible. This book will change your entire life. Shift into a Higher Gear is a game changer. And that's the book that inspired yesterday's episode of the Today Show, y'all. This is our third time being on the Today Show in 2022. In the last 6 months, we've been on the show 3 separate times about this book. There is so much wealth and so much meat in this book. So I want you to go to Amazon and pick up a copy of the book and then go to shiftintoahighergear.com and grab the workbook. It is transformational. It'll change your entire life. It'll change your entire family, and it certainly will change your income and your bank account. And if you get the book on Audible, it's me reading it to you. I'm gonna say that again. Come on, Dr. Jackson. I love you so much. You're incredible. You're remarkable. You are sensational, and you know the power of media, and you know the power of television. So I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, y'all. Um, Listen, I really want you guys to understand something powerful. When you understand that when the brain senses something new or different, watch this, as dangerous, your brain 9 times out of 10 is going to talk you out of something that could be amazing for you. Again, that's why most people prefer known hell rather than unknown heaven. Why? Because at least the hell is known. So that's why we stay in relationships longer than we should have. That's why we stay at whack jobs longer than we should have. I'll wait for you. Come on, somebody. I need y'all to type it in the comments. We prefer known hell rather than unknown heaven because to the brain, at least the known is safe. Even if the known is unsafe, because we know it, we perceive it as safe. You're like, let me go ahead and stay with the drama I know, because if I leave this dude or I leave this chick, I might be exposing myself to drama that I don't know. And so the brain perceives that unknown as dangerous. Did you catch that? Come on, somebody. Even though what you don't understand is that your current situation is the worst thing that you could ever possibly be in. So you need to step out of that. But in order to do that, you've got to be willing to challenge your comfort zone. You got to remember, your comfort zone was set up by fear to keep you safe. Because fear ultimately thinks you're 5 years old. Fear thinks that you're a toddler. Fear thinks that you don't know what's good for you. So fear thinks that it needs to think on your behalf. And this is another one of the things that we talked about that we didn't get a chance to even get to on the show. Family, I need y'all to write this down because this is such good stuff. This is such good stuff. Listen to me, family. Listen to me. Fear loves to disguise itself. Please write that down for me. Fear loves to disguise itself, right? The thief that's trying to rob your house does not, come on, Lauren, the thief that's trying to rob your house does not want you to know that he or she is there. I say this in the book. I say this in chapter 6 of the book, Shifted to a Higher Gear. If you don't have this book, it will change your entire DNA. All right? This book will change your DNA, your daily natural action. I can't get 6 of y'all. I wish I had a clapper in the building. See, the book will change your DNA, your daily natural action. Come on, somebody. You got to understand. So fear, right? So if someone's trying to rob your house, they like to disguise themselves so that way you can't identify them and report them to the police. So here's what you got to understand. You have to understand something powerful. Fear is going to disguise itself as many other things so that you never address the actual fear. Fear is going to disguise itself as overworking yourself. Fear is going to disguise itself as stress. Fear will disguise itself as hyper productivity. Fear will disguise itself, family. Come on, somebody, as other goals that make you look busy, but it's not going in the direction of what you want to produce in your life. Fear will disguise itself as a bunch of other things to get you busy, as what Dr. Stephen Covey says, so that fear can get you caught in the thick of thin things. I'm going to say that again. Dr. Covey taught me this before he passed. He says 9 times out of 10, fear's number one job is to get you caught in the thick of thin things. In other words, get you majoring in minor stuff. Get you focusing on stuff that really doesn't even matter. That we call superfluous, right? It's non-essential. It's not necessary, right? So Michelle's like, dear Lord. So y'all, what we have to learn how to do is understand that fear is constantly showing up at your house. See, you cannot avoid fear, but you can determine how long you let it stay. I talk about this in the book, chapter 6 in the book. Watch this. Fear is going to show up at your doorstep. You have a choice as to how long it remains. Okay? Okay, we ain't doing Michael Myers. Why? Because you had to be at full throttle to get that. But I need you to understand something powerful. All right, and I teach this in the book. That's why you got to get your hands on the book. Grab the workbook. Grab it on Audible. It'll change your life. Watch this, family. Listen to me. Fear is going to come knocking at your door. Anytime you try something new, different, exciting, that's outside of your normal way of doing things, that bucks up against your comfort zone, fear is going to come knocking. Knock, 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 knock. You have a decision to make. When fear knocks, here's what's supposed to happen. Your faith is supposed to show up at the front door. And when faith shows up at the front door, faith has to open up the door and look around because fear has to disappear. Woo! I can't. I don't have a clapper. I can't. I don't have a clapper in my own. I'm in my home office and I don't have a clapper, and it's hurting my feelings. I'm gonna say it again. Did y'all hear what I just said? when fear shows up, the immediate person that should address the front door should be your faith. Because when your faith answers the door, faith has to open the door and look around because fear had to disappear. Let me unpack what that means. I want you to process fear as darkness. I want you to process your faith as light. Okay? If we were in a dark room and we wanted to get rid of darkness or get rid of fear, follow me, family, follow me, share this broadcast, follow me. Are you following me? Type it in the comments, say I'm following. 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 Watch this. If we were in a dark room and we wanted to get rid of the darkness, if we were in a dark room, darkness represents fear, and we wanted to get rid of the darkness, do we need to go grab a shovel and scoop out darkness? Nah. We don't need to go get a shovel and scoop out darkness. All we need to do is do what, family? To eradicate darkness, there's only one thing you got to do. Flick on the light. And the nanosecond you flick on light, darkness disappears. The nanosecond you flick on faith, fear has to go somewhere and sit down. I need 10 of y'all to take a lap on that one. I'm going to say that again. As soon as you turn on the light of your faith, fear has to disappear. Are y'all with me? So what I wanted to encourage you, watch this, y'all. And there's more to this. I need you to check it out. There's more to it. So the second question that they asked me on the show was, so I want you to instead of trying so hard to get rid of fear in your life and in your business and in your money and in your goals and your visions and your aspirations, instead of trying so hard to get rid of fear, I want you to focus more on your faith. Focus more on your faith. Focus more on what you believe. Does that make sense? Now, the second question that they asked me was, they said, okay, well, Dr. Delatorro, if fear thinks you're 5 years old, how do we start to take advantage of stepping into our yes? How do we get rid of how fear has its grip on our lives? And so one of the things that I help them to understand is that fear's job is to protect you. It's only doing its job. It's trying to protect you. Watch this, family. Write this down. Hey, Cheryl, God bless you. I see you, sister, doing remarkable things. I cannot wait for us to tag team together. It's going to be incredible. By definition, family, listen to this. The definition of fear is a physiological response to watch this, family, this is where it gets funky, a real or perceived danger, threat, or source of pain. That's what fear is. Fear is a physiological response to a real or perceived danger, threat, or source of pain. So let's just break it down. If you're upstairs in a 2-story house and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're sleeping and you hear a loud commotion downstairs and you're not expecting any company, and you hear a loud, unexpected commotion downstairs, fear, a physiological response, grips your body immediately. Adrenaline starts going through your entire body, right? So that you can have what they call the fight, flight, freeze, or freeze effect. In other words, it gives your body tremendous energy to prepare to preserve itself. Remember this, watch this. Now your body is in a fearful state because why? It's trying to preserve itself from a real or perceived threat, danger, or source of pain. Now we got to slow down the definition for a little bit because, so you mean to tell me, Dr. Delatorro, some fears are real and some fears are perceived? Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to tell you that 10% of the fears that you encounter are real. 90% of the fears that you experience are made up. Because here's the truth. When you and I were born, there are only 2 fears. I said it on the Today Show. There's only 2 fears that you and I were born with. The fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. All other fears, and I do this in audiences all across the country. When I speak all over the planet, I ask audiences to name all of the different fears that they struggle with. And people give me all kinds of names of different fears. The fear of change, the fear of loneliness, the fear of embarrassment, the fear of getting turned down, the fear of losing money, the fear of something bad happening, the fear of public speaking, the fear of this, the fear of that. They give me the fear of success. They give me all these laundry lists of fears. And 9 times out of 10, when most audiences list all those fears, none of those fears are the two fears that God gave us when he put us on this earth. There's only two fears that God gave us when he put us on this earth. One is the fear of falling, and two is the fear of loud noises. Every other fear, family, every other fear is what's called in psychology learned behavior. So if we can learn fears and have a list of them that we've learned, isn't it possible that we can also learn faith? Faith in our dreams, faith in our goals, faith in our future, faith in our bank account, faith in our kids, faith in our purpose and our assignment in life, faith in what God's called us to do, faith in our God-given assignment, faith in our aspirations, faith in our teams, faith in our communities. If we can learn fear, we can learn faith. Because my friends, here's the truth. Both faith and doubt, write this down, family, take the same thing. Faith and doubt require the same thing. Faith is simply belief in an outcome that you want. Doubt is simply a belief in an outcome that you don't want. So what is the common denominator between those two? A belief. Beliefs. That's it. The common denominator between faith and doubt is one word: belief. When you're operating in faith, you're believing in what you want. When you're operating in doubt, all you're doing is believing in what you don't want. Oh, what if this program doesn't work? Oh, what if this coaching doesn't work? Oh, what if this mentoring program doesn't work? All you're doing is using your belief in the wrong direction. Oh, what if this relationship doesn't work? Oh, what if this new job doesn't work out? Oh, what if? How many of y'all know people who say, what if, what if, what if? And 90% of what they what if about is negative. All those people are doing, come on, family. We all know people who are like that, right? We all know people who are using their belief in the wrong direction. So if all they say is what if, come on, and they're talking in the negative, they're using their belief in the wrong direction. All you got to do is change the direction of that energy. And instead of it being low vibrational belief, it needs to be high vibrational belief. I'm going to say that again. Instead of it being a low vibrational belief, it needs to be a high vibrational belief in an outcome that you want. What if it works? What happens when it works? What happens when they love me? What happens when my book sells out? What happens when my calendar is overstacked? What happens when there's watch this. What happens when there's more money at the end of the month instead of more month at the end of the money? Woo! I'll wait for you. Come on, somebody. You need to learn how to use your belief in the right direction. And one of the things that I also said on the show is that if you want to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS. Woo! Good God have mercy. If you're going to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS. Somebody type that in the comments for me right now. If you want to change your yes, if you want to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS. If you want to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS. If you want to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS. Well, Dr. Delatorro, what is your BS? What the heck do you mean by that? Your belief system. Your BS is your belief system. Your BS is your same way of stinking thinking. Your BS is that same way that you've always thought in the past. If you want to step into your yes, you've got to change your BS, your belief system. And you've got to learn to believe differently. And this is the final tip I'm going to give you from the show that was powerful. Is this. Remember this, family. This is so true. Watch this. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to focus on your faith and what I say, doubt your doubts. I'm going to end with this. This is so powerful. So powerful. Come on, LaDonna. You got to learn how to doubt your doubts. I need everybody to put that in the comments for me right now. You need to learn how to doubt everybody. Put it in your comments. I have to doubt my doubts. Put it in the comments right now. You got to learn how to doubt your doubts, my friend. This is so powerful. Every time you want to do something new and different and amazing and fantastic, guess what? Fear is going to show its ugly head to try to remind you of your comfort zone, remind you of the reasons why you can't do what you want to do and have what you can't have. And doubt is going to creep in and say, oh, you probably shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't try that. You probably shouldn't go after that. Have any of y'all ever struggled with doubt before you were stepping into something big or different in your life? Hands up. Come on, just let me know in the comments if you've ever struggled with doubt, right? I know I have. I just hosted an incredible conference. And the 90 days leading up to the conference, I felt like the enemy of doubt was like my second best friend. Every day there was something to question whether or not our event was going to be successful. And it was one of the most successful wins we've ever done. If anybody tells you they have never dealt with doubt, they're lying to you. So the question is not if doubt's going to show up. It's when it shows up. When doubt shows up, all I want you to do is doubt the doubt. That's all. I just want you to doubt the doubt. So in other words, when your brain says to you, oh, you don't have enough money, I doubt that doubt. I doubt that I don't have enough money. When your brain says, oh, you're not pretty enough, I doubt that doubt. I am handsome. I am gorgeous. I am amazing. We say, I doubt anybody's ever going to love you again. I doubt that doubt. I'm going to doubt that doubt. I believe that my ideal soulmate is out there and they cannot wait to date me, court me, meet me, marry me, spend time with me, fill in the blank. Does that make sense? Every time you have a doubt that shows up, I doubt that anybody will follow me on social media. Doubt that doubt. People, as long as I show up on social media and I'm consistent and I give good value, people are going to follow me on every platform. Come on, somebody. Doubt your doubts. Stop believing at face value that foolishness that doubt is trying to present you with. Doubt the doubt. And when you doubt the doubt, let's go to mathematics. You don't have to believe Dr. Delatorro. Let's go to mathematics. A negative times a negative. Any negative number times another negative number, come on somebody, is a positive. So a negative, come on somebody, times a negative is, with mathematical exactitude, a positive. -5 times -5 is positive 25 all day long. So when you doubt your doubts, you end up on the plus side. I can't get 16 of y'all to shout on that one. Doubt the doubt. When the doubt shows up, doubt the doubt. A negative times a negative is a positive, and you're going to crush it. You're going to kick butt and take names. And you're going to be out there living your dreams, and you're going to be out there literally blowing the world away with what God has called you to do. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying to you? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying to you? That's right. That's right. That's right. So listen, simple. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, all I want you guys to do is share our broadcast, share the Today Show special, encourage Lottie, Dottie, and everybody to go grab a copy of the book. It's called Shift into a Higher Gear, Better Your Best, and Live Life to the Fullest. It's an absolutely remarkable book. Go grab it on Amazon. Go grab it on Audible. It's me reading it to you on Audible, so it will change your entire life. If you enjoyed this teaching that I just did, then my friend, you've got to get the book. Go grab the book. Go grab the workbook on shiftintoahighergear.com. If you love audio, like if you like hearing my voice, go to Audible and download the book on Audible. It's a total game changer for you. It will take you to the next level. Now, if you're like me, I love workbooks. I love books, but I also love the workbook. So this is the book right here, right? Shift into a Higher Gear, Better Your Best, and Live Life to the Fullest. This is the book that we've been on the Today Show 3 times in 2022 because of this book right here. Okay. Now, if some of y'all have the book, but you don't have the workbook. This is the workbook inspired by the book, right? This is the workbook inspired by the book. So if you don't have the workbook, go to shiftintoahighergear.com and pick up a copy of the digital or print workbook. This is 108 pages of exercises, activities, assignments, assessments, quizzes, games that will take the learning from the book much deeper for you. It's a really, really transformational experience, and you will love that. So if you're someone like me who loves journaling and loves workbooks and exercises and activities that challenge the content in the book and take it deeper, make sure you pick up the workbook from shiftintoahighergear.com. Also, do us one favor. Please, if you've enjoyed this book, if you have not had a chance to leave us a review on Amazon, please leave us a review on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, on all those platforms. We really, really would appreciate y'all. This book is watch this, we are officially a USA Today, Wall Street Journal, #1 Barnes & Noble, and #1 Amazon bestseller. This book right here, y'all, it has achieved all 4 bestseller lists, and we could not have done it without you all. So we're so thankful to you all, and we're so grateful to you all for your love and support. It means the world to us. Last thing I'm going to say, if you've been watching, so that's how you go get the book and get those resources. Last thing I'm going to say is, if you guys have been watching my brand and you say, man, I want to go out there and speak like Dr. Delatorro. I want to go out there and write books like Dr. Delatorro. I want to do television like Dr. Delatorro. I want to do corporate presentations like Dr. Delatorro. I want to go out and travel the world. Y'all, I've been traveling for 22 years. I'm 44. I've been traveling full time for 22 years, and 95% of my travel has been paid for by somebody else. I have seen planet Earth on someone else's dime because I'm a paid professional speaker. That's just the truth. So if you're watching and you're listening to me, you say, man, I want to do some of the things that Dr. Delatorro is doing. And I really want to learn how to begin to start to monetize the gift and the talent and the message that God has given me. If that's you, my friend, I want to encourage you to join our upcoming 5-day challenge. I want you to go to www.monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com. That's monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com. I want you to go to monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com and sign up for our next upcoming 5-day challenge. And in that 5-day challenge, I'm going to get a chance to teach you how to leverage public speaking and presentation skills so that you can get more clients, more contacts, more contracts, and more cash. It's that simple. If you want to leverage your public speaking and your presentation skills to get more clients, more contacts, more contracts, and more cash, then I want you to register for our upcoming 5-day challenge. It's called the Monetize Your Message Challenge, an absolute game changer. It'll take your life, it'll take your leadership, your goals, dreams, and your aspirations to a completely different dimension, my friend. That's our upcoming challenge called the Monetize Your Message Challenge, an absolute game changer. It's a 5-day challenge, and you're going to be learning directly from me, Dr. Delatorro, and I'm going to take you from one planet to the next as it pertains to your public speaking and your presentation. It's coming up August the 8th through the 12th, so I want you to join us for the Monetize Your Message Challenge. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Y'all, I hope that you all have enjoyed this broadcast. I hope that you've gotten tremendous value from it. I hope that it stretched you in some really cool, interesting, and creative and powerful ways. Please make sure that you share the segment with somebody that you know. And somebody on Instagram, please post it in the comments, monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com. Post it in the comments for me on Instagram. I'd greatly appreciate it. And so that way people can follow that link afterwards. Or if you're on Instagram, you can just simply go to the link in our bio and click on the link in our bio, and you'll see the Monetize Your Message Challenge link there. Okay. So definitely, I love you guys. I hope and pray you're doing incredibly well. And I hope that you take everything I've taught you and use it to literally go to a completely different place. Step into your yes. It is your time. It is your season to step into your yes, to go after all that God has put on the inside of your heart. And stepping into your yes does not mean saying yes to everything, because I firmly believe that really some of you all, in order to step into your yes, you really need to say no to some stuff that no longer belongs on your plate. No to some stuff that no longer belongs on your agenda. No to some stuff that no longer belongs in your season. No to some stuff that no longer serves you, right? Milk and cheese expires. So do people. So do old obligations. So do old responsibilities. You've got to be willing to let some things go to step into your next, step into what God has for you. So some of y'all, in order to step into your yes, you need to say no. I'm going to say that again. In order to step into your yes, some of y'all need to say no. So I just want to encourage you and admonish you in this new season, in this new hour, as you begin to go after all that God has for you. In order to go after everything that God has for you, you're going to have to say no to some things that no longer fit, no to some things that no longer belong, so you can step fully into your yes and do it without distraction, and do it without apology, and do it without pomp and circumstance and all this other stuff that we put around it. My friend, it's time for you to step into your yes. I hope that you've enjoyed this post-broadcast teaching. I do this every time I get back from a major television appearance. I go into great depth as to some of the content that we just didn't get a chance to get into on the segment. And I hope that you enjoy these teachings, and I hope that they add massive value to yourself, your family, and your friends, your finances, and your future. I would encourage you to connect with us on all of our social media platforms. Follow what we're doing. We cannot wait to continue to serve you and add value to you. And listen, every one of y'all who've been watching, I've got a free gift to y'all for tuning in. So please, right now, do me a favor and text the word SHIFT to 647-558-9895. Text the word SHIFT to 647-558-9895. And when you text the word SHIFT to that number, put in your email address, we're going to send you an 8-part video series on leaning into excellence, inspired by my book, Shift into a Higher Gear. It's an absolutely free video series that's going to bless your life. And all you got to do is text the word SHIFT to 647-558-9895. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Hope you've gotten tremendous value from it, and we cannot wait to continue to serve you and continue to see amazing things happen in your life. Does that make sense? I don't want you to look at me and say, oh my God, that's amazing, that's incredible, I could never do that. I want you to look at me as proof of what's possible. And if you just continue to stay humble and focus on cultivating a gift and talent that God has put on the inside of you, there is nothing that you cannot accomplish, and there is nothing that you cannot achieve. I love you all. God bless you, and we'll look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks so much.